Yes.
What are you singing today?
Girls Need Love.
And who would you like to dedicate this song to?
Well, to everybody out there, to all the girls out there that need love. I need some love. Hey. I need some love. Hey. I need some love. Hey. And you can't judge. Need love too. Girls need love too.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. In this video I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing and also showing you guys how to install a frontal wig. So if you're interested in seeing that, please continue to watch. Okay, so the package came via DHL. It only took 4 days to get here, so the shipping was fast. Came in this pink box and they put it in this plastic bag. And they had a net around the hair, you know, to keep it looking nice while it's going through the shipping process. The hair was really soft and pretty, as you can see. And now I'm just showing you guys the make of the wig. Basically, it came with these adjustable straps in the back. It had 3 different clips to keep your wig secure, and it also had these clips on the side where you could put a band in case you wanted your wig to be a little bit tighter. It had a lot of parting space, which I was pleasantly surprised about. It had a lot of parting space on the side, and these are the knots before they get bleached. As you can see, the hair has a lot of body. It's very, very full wig. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a quick little tutorial of how to bleach your knots. I use 40 volume developer and BW2 bleach. You can use a different developer. It really just depends on how fast you move. I'm kind of used to doing this, so I move a little bit faster. But if you're a beginner, I would recommend like 20 to 30 volume, just because it just speeds up the process. And if you don't move fast, you know, it just won't be even. And a good consistency is when you can put your little stick or comb in there and it stands straight up. Okay, so now I'm just going to spread it like you spreading butter on toast, basically, and I'm going to put it all over the frontal. And remember, your bleach should be pretty thick, like icing, basically. Like, don't try to make it too watery. If you make it too watery, it's going to seep through your knots and it's going to dye your hair blonde, and then that's a whole other process that you don't want to have to deal with, because you have to dye it back black, and it's just something you want to avoid because it just saves you some time. Then I let the bleach sit on there for about 15 to 20 minutes, just depending on like how fast the knots turn. Everything is a little bit different, but I believe I left this on there for 20 minutes. Then I washed it out, and this is what the knots look like now that they're bleached. I'm going to show y'all quickly how I pluck my frontal. It's a pretty easy process, so I'm just going to show you guys really quick. Okay, so I just pull the hair back, and I basically am plucking at random. Like, I go every other little thing because I like mine to look really natural. And, you know, your natural hairline isn't like super perfect. So I do the front part, and then I'm gonna part. I think I part about 3 times and go back and do the same process. As you can see me plucking the hair randomly out. And don't be afraid to pluck. Like, you might think you're taking out too much hair, but in reality, you're probably not even taking out enough. And I'm going to show you guys at the end how much hair that I took out of this frontal so that you can understand what I mean. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just plucking at random. And then you see the hair is coming out. And I'm just going to continue that process. And this is what the frontal is looking like after I have plucked it and taken out a good amount of hair. I like my hairline to look very, very natural. And I did this other side off camera because it's basically the same process as the side that I just showed you guys. And this is how much hair that I took out, and really I could have taken out more, but I have a tendency to make my frontals go bald, so I don't like to take out too much. I use stockings instead of regular wig caps because they are thinner and I feel like they make my hair look a lot more natural. You can get these at Walgreens. It's like 3 for $2 basically, and I just feel like they make your hairline look a lot more natural. If your head is a larger size, they might not fit your head because they are very, very, very tight. But I'm just spraying Got to Be Glued onto my wig cap, and this is basically to protect my edges and get all of my hair out of the way. And now I'm going to sit under the dryer for about 10 to 15 minutes until that is completely dry. Once it's completely dry, I'm going to take some makeup in my color and I'm just going to put that all over my cap. After that, I'm going to cut my cap, and you're going to cut it as close to your hairline as possible. Okay, after that, I'm going to take that same makeup color and I'm just going to distribute it all over the lace to also help it blend in a little more. Now I'm just showing you guys what the hairline is looking like. As you can see, it looks really, really natural. And it's blending on my skin. I'm going to cut the lace down the middle. Normally, I'll just keep it into these 2 sections, but this time I tried something new, which I don't recommend, and cut it into 4s because it was just harder, so I just not doing it. Anyways, I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol and clean off that excess product that is on my hairline, just so that the glue doesn't get like dirty or anything like that. Now I'm going to take my Ghost Bond and I'm going to put it onto my hairline. I put it on a little on my hairline and then a little bit on the cap because I feel like it makes my wigs last longer. I take my Ghost Bond and I spread it out with a popsicle stick, a comb, anything that doesn't have like any type of product on it. If you use your fingers, sometimes your glue can turn black because your fingers just aren't clean no matter kind of what you do. But yeah, I use 3 layers of Ghost Bond and I'm just laying that onto my hair. And y'all, the 2 was just really hard for me. Normally, I'll show you guys on my other side, I just do 1 like section, if you can see what I'm saying. You're about to see though. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut off that excess lace. And I kind of cut it in a zigzag motion. Okay, so now I'm putting on my Ghost Bond, spreading it out with my popsicle stick. I'm gonna blow dry it until it is. And I repeat this process 3 times. The last time that I put the glue on, I kind of let it be like a little bit dry, but not completely dry, because if it's too dry, then your frontal will not stick on it. So if you're gonna see that I leave it a little bit white, and then I'm gonna blow dry it. Okay, so now I'm pulling it down. You see, I just think it's easier when you have it all, when the lace is all like in one, instead of me trying to do 2 separate pieces. I feel like I could do 2 separate pieces on somebody else, but on myself, it was just really hard. And I'm also looking into my phone camera right now, so it was just really hard to see. And as you can see, I'm taking my comb and kind of just like letting it marinate into the glue, and I'm going to take my blow dryer and complete that and make it completely dry. Okay, now I'm going to cut off that excess lace, and again, I'm going to be going in a little zigzag motion. Okay, now I'm going to be separating the hairs that I'm going to be taking out for my baby hairs. I kind of took out a good amount because I wanted a lot this time. And I'm sorry, y'all, because I did not have a mirror in front of me. This is just me looking at my phone camera. But yeah, so I'm going to take my hot comb and I'm going to be pushing all the hair back. Make sure you hold your baby hairs down so they don't get pushed back as well. And if you guys don't have a hot comb, you can use a wand, a curling iron, just anything that's hot that can push the hair back. I would recommend getting a hot comb though, because it makes it a lot easier. Now I'm going to take my Got To Be glue spray and I'm just going to spray that on the hair. And I'm going to comb it into the hair. And now I'm just going to take a scarf and I'm going to wrap it around my hair. And I'm going to just complete styling my hair while this is sitting and like, you know, laying my hair down. I'm using my hot comb to clean up my part a little bit. And then I wanted a little bit of layers in my hair. So I'm just combing out my hair and I'm going to take my comb, as you can see, and just kind of go down in a downwards motion. It's kind of hard for me to explain, but you can just see what I'm doing. But I'm only going to do that in the front because I didn't really care that much about having layers in the back. And I'm going to do that on both sides. Okay, so now I'm going to curl my hair. And y'all, this was a struggle because again, I cannot really see, but I'm just using my barrel curler. And I'm curling it upwards. And then I'm going to pin them up. Y'all, I don't know if you can really tell, but I was struggling like trying to do these curls. I can't see, but I finally made it through. Now I'm just going to take out my pins after they have all cooled down. And now I'm going to take my comb and comb my hair backwards and then push it forward to, you know, let it flow and look all cute or whatever. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now I'm going to take off my scarf, and as you can see, your hairs should be laid down and ready to be swooped up. Okay, so I'm going to use Nairobi and some Gorilla Snot for my edges. That's just what works for me. Whatever you feel works for you would be good, but I feel like Gorilla Snot doesn't turn white and Nairobi is not hard like other mousse, so it keeps your hair soft. So I'm going to take my comb, my fine tooth comb, and I'm going to swoop my baby hairs. I kind of follow through with my finger, as you can see, to make sure that they're laid down how I want them to be. And then I just kind of keep working with it until I get them to what I would want them to be. And I'm just putting more Gorilla Snot on my edges and then a little bit of Nairobi and taking my comb and doing the same process. And now I'm going to take my scarf and I'm just going to tie it down for a little bit more, just until I feel like my edges are dry. If you're in a rush, you can blow dry them. And this is what they look like after they're all dry. Your hair should be laid down and looking really cute. And normally at the end, I take some Got To Be glue spray and I just spray a little bit onto my hair just to take care of my flyaways. You can use anything. You can use Got To Be glue spray, spritz, anything like that. And that's it. If you're interested in seeing a small review of how I feel about the wig, you can stay tuned. But if not, that is how you put on a frontal wig. Thank y'all for watching. Okay, y'all, this is a quick little initial review on how I feel about this hair. I really like it so far. I will put a update in the comments down below, or I might make another video. I probably will put an update in the comments down below so that y'all can know like how I'm doing with the hair. I'll do like a 2-week and then a month. I'm gonna try to keep it on for that long because I normally don't keep hair in for that long, but I'm gonna try. I really like it so far. The frontal has a lot of parting space, which I really like because most frontal wigs that are machine made, as y'all know, doesn't really come with a lot of parting space on the sides. But this one comes with a pretty good amount of parting space. I feel the lace was really soft. I don't like super hard lace because it makes my head itch. I just don't like that. And this lace was not really hard. The knots were really small, so they bleached really easily. It didn't take long for them to turn. I also did a little tester piece to see if the hair turns blonde, like, you know, if you wanted to bleach it, color it, and it did really nicely, so I like that also. I really have no complaints. It's a good thickness. I don't like my wigs to be super duper thick, but I also don't like it thin, so this is really nice. It's a 360 wig. I normally don't wear 360 wigs. I feel like me moving my head a lot, and I talk like this all the time, it just comes up, so I just don't really do that. But it is a nice parting space in the back as well. I like that it came with the adjustable straps and the clips. I cut the little clips that were right here out, but everything else is really nice. I really have no complaints, but yeah, I'll definitely send y'all a little update, so be checking the comments like in the next week or two, and I'll send like little updates, how I'm feeling about it and everything. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video.